Hi everyone, so I wanted to talk a little bit about when can I stop the treats. This is a question that comes up a lot. Question came up yesterday about using a clicker in relation to a post I'd put up, and the person had said when I click the dog is expecting the treat. Now that's right, okay, that's the contract with clicker training. So we click and it should be click and reinforce. We just say click and treat to make it a little bit kind of more pithy and snappy so that we remember it. But it should actually be click and reinforce. And we use treats a lot, food reinforcers for that a lot when we're doing clicker training for a variety of reasons. Okay, so the person had asked, when I click the dog expects the treat. That's right. Okay, clicker is a training tool to teach the dog how to do a behaviour. Once the dog knows how to do the behaviour, okay, and is reaching a certain level of fluency, okay, so if you ask for the behaviour, you cue the behaviour, you get good reliability over 90%. Okay, now at that point we're starting to get to the stage where we don't need to use a clicker anymore, but that doesn't mean that we don't use reinforcement to maintain the behaviour. Alright, and there's lots of nuance in this. I'm going to cover nuances in another video. Now, one of the suggestions that had come up on the post was the person had said, yeah, but what you do is you start intermittently reinforcing the behaviour. So intermittent reinforcement is when you reinforce every other, every third, every fourth, every fifth behaviour on average. And it's not the best way to create reliable behaviour. Think about that for as an example for yourself. Okay, we work for so I work hourly. I do an hour's work for an hour's pay, and my clients can't put me on an intermittent schedule of reinforcement because I've stopped working. So if they want my behaviour to remain strong, they have to pay me a 1-for-1 ratio. Alright, now say I was destitute, God forbid, alright, I was destitute, and somebody then started saying, I'll pay you, alright, then I'll pay you next time. So they pay me next time, so I've done 2 hours for 1 hour's pay, but I'm in so much need of the money, or I really want to do that, access that reinforcer. They can now start going, they can start playing with that to go, I want to see how much behaviour I can get out of John before I have to pay him. Alright, now what happens with that is it can start leading to frustration because people thin it out too much and it's unnecessary. Alright, so what has happened, there's been a perversion in the literature from going from Skinner's work, okay, the actual scientific literature, to what the lay person applies. People talk about intermittent reinforcement to say, well, I can ask for 5 sits before I give the dog a treat. And again, there's lots of nuance in this. But if we change our reinforcers, if we use a variety of reinforcers, then we don't need to only reinforce the behaviour once every, on average, 2, 4, 10, whatever it is. Okay, now think about this as an example. When you worked with your puppy and you're teaching your puppy recall or your young dog recall, and they came back to you, in the early stages, what did you do? Alright, what did you do when they come back? And most often the time will be give a dog a treat or plenty of treats, okay, play a big game, go a big fuss, okay, so throw the ball, play tug, give the dog a treat, something like that, okay. Now, as your relationship becomes more deep, okay, becomes deeper, you can start going, there's a variety of things that my dog likes. So Logan is, where is he? There, he's there, okay. So this is the space that we come down to, which you've seen in some of my other videos. I don't use any food in this space, okay, but we come down here, he searches for the Kongs, he plays on the rope swing, which was there, okay, plays in that rope swing. We finish up and I go back to the gate, across my shoulder, and he just follows me. Now, why does he follow me? He follows me because we're going back to the house to rest and get a drink of water, okay. So he's had all this engagement, all this nice play with me and this nice relaxed active time, and now we're going to do something else. So every time he comes back to me, I either play with him, give him food, okay, give him a treat, throw his Kong, give him a drink of water, let him rest if he needs to, okay, let him go into the shade if it's warm, tell him he's a good lad, smile at him, have soft body language, and if appropriate, I could pet him. So that's like out there's 7 or 8 different reinforcers that I can use which are not about food. but I'm able to use one of them every single time he does something that I like. And the more that you use this reinforcement, and the more you reinforce the dogs, and positively reinforce your dog's behaviour, the deeper your relationship will be. Okay, so I think I've talked a lot of this before about these cultural shifts in some of our living with our dog, and I think this is another one, is to get away from this notion of when do I stop using treats, change that word treats to reinforcers, okay, and we don't stop using reinforcement, we continue to reinforce the behaviours that we want to make them stronger. Build a variety of reinforcers and reinforce your dog's behaviour well and often and meaningfully for the dog in that moment. So what does he need right now? Now he's standing up, okay, so the likelihood is, we'll swing round here. What? Okay, and the likelihood is that he just wanted some engagement with me because he has picked the Kong up, and I'm going to see if he wants me to throw it again for him, because he'll tell me. And the answer is yes. Okay, so he just needed a moment there. Oh. Reinforcers that I used there were allowing him time to give me the Kong back, engagement with me. All right, now he's lying down, so what's the reinforcer here? The reinforcer is rest and possession of the Kong. Okay, and when he's ready, he'll stand back up. That's him looking for the rope swing, which I've taken down. More rest. Okay, and then as the adult in the room, okay, I then have to recognise, no, you need a break, pal. Okay, we're going back up the road because we've been out here for half an hour now. Okay, so hopefully that's helped, giving you some things to think about. Much love to you. Catch you next time.